appalling day for weather. Wet, freezing cold rain, wet, you know, not a nice day to be out there. I mean, I had a day at Alton Towers, a great place to go to, but on a wet day it's a little bit tougher, you know, to palate. So today, day 13 of the Lowcostbeer Advent Calendar. And, you know, there's been some interesting beers along the way in this calendar. Some that have not been to my palate. But you can't anymore, can you? You know. The beer kit's not got, it's not a Raggy's Beers Advent Calendar, it's low cost beers. So, you know, it's not my choice of beers. Good evening. So, day 13. Let's see what awaits. I ain't got a clue what's behind the door. God's sakes, let's hope it's not a sour. But in any case, okay, so are. Oh bloody hell, it's a can. Right. Oh. It's like that Christmas present you get off someone and you think, dirty socks. And then you open it and it's socks and you think, why? Right, so big can. Duration. I think it's Duration. Good evening. Duration. I think it's Duration Brewing. Never heard of them. You end up where you were. So quirky little. 440 mils. Yeah, never heard of the people before. Bloody small. Right, it's 5%. And I'm bobbed if I can read the writing on the can. I mean, there's the writing on the back. Hello again. Well, that's good then. That's a good brewery. So yeah, 5%. I kind of like that I don't know what it is and I can't swat up in front of... Usually I'd have some sort of device so I can actually do a bit of reading up just to swat up, because, you know, it's nice to know. But sometimes it tests you and it's absolutely pissing. What am I doing with it, isn't it? It's absolutely pissing down outside. Oh, I can't fault you there. To be honest, I'm that wet and cold, I could drink a hot one. All beers are good serve for one, aren't they? Let's be fair. You don't want to be sharing the can, do you? Right. I'm already freezing. That's before I pour the can out. Hello. Well. So, that is a head and a half. I think that just beats the cream ale, the head from the other day. Yeah, it's got a head. Look at that. You can just about make out that it's a very light coloured beer with an astonishingly big head. And I did actually tip the glass, please, you know. I mean, that's just ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah, I was at Alton's house today in the piss pouring rain. Yeah, me and the family, you know, went down. Yeah, I think it's the biggest head so far. Oh, for God's sake. I'll just put that one out of the way and drink out of the can. I'll top it up a little bit. And if it goes all the way down, I know, it's just amazing, isn't it? We've either had beers that have been a bit on the sour side or with astonishingly big heads. Yeah. Somebody said that the other day as well, you know. Well, you can't beat a good head, no. Yeah, if it was a woman doing it, yeah. But, yeah. Yeah. I think I'll give that 5 minutes or 10 minutes and then just crack on with the can. So it's hoppy and citrus. That's some head, isn't it? You know, if you was in a pub and it was, you know, it's a good way of, if you was in a pub waiting for a beer to start, it's a good way of enjoying your pint. Although if you was thirsty as hell, you'd look at it and think, I'm not drinking that. It's taking ages. I mean, that's just ridiculous, eh? Yeah, so hoppy and citrus on the nose, so obviously that's going to follow through into the taste. Wow, that was bitey. Dry, really dry taste to it. Bitey, obviously citrus. Oh, it's nice, don't get me wrong. It's just very bitey. It's really, straight out the can, it's got some nads on it. Oh, flipping heck, I'm glad I got home early. That's pissing down like this. The roads would have been treacherous. And it was bad enough where I drove from. Oh well, the edge going just starting to recede a bit, so it's been nearly 2 minutes since I topped it up a little bit. Yeah, it's going to be a long review, isn't it? Yeah, you can't help it, can you? I mean, look at that. Hey, I put it down for a bit. Oh. So yeah, I really can't read what's on the back. It does say waiting long enough. That's probably because of the head's massive. Yeah, there's a good story on the back. I will post on the description later when I do the description. I will post it all on the description. 2 review special tonight, and then up to the house, get in the warm, get the fleece on me, and watch some Christmas TV or something, and then contemplate work again tomorrow. Sunday night's always a killer, isn't it, when you got work the next day? Especially with this sort of weather. Bloody hell. I think we're due a dry spell. Oh, very nice. It's massive, isn't it? Someone commented about red cards the other day saying, "Oh, you're under your thumb at the wife." I said, "No, I'm not. Not." But I do joke about it, and she laughs about it as well, funnily enough. Yeah, you do get. We all get the Sunday blues, don't we? I mean, luckily, in the job I'm in at the moment, I'm sound. But in my last job, Sunday, once you got to 5 o'clock on a Sunday, you were dreading it. You know that, and I think that's why I hit the bottle a hell of a lot more. I wonder if that's why coppers are targeting drinkers now early mornings on a Monday. Well, I don't even watch football these days. If you're a Nottingham Forest supporter, it's fucking horrible. I don't know what's gone off at the club. We've gone from being a top 6 side to being, shit. Always liked it. From the age of about 8 years old, growing veg in the back garden. Always loved being a gardener. Even though I could have gone into computers at a young age because I was really good at computers. And writing, programs and that at an early age. And I just went into gardening. I'd have known that gardening was going to be so shite paid. I'd have gone further into computers. But I like the outside working. Not in this weather, obviously, but I do like the outside working. Well, you can't beat finishing half time on a Friday. One thing I don't like doing is being late on a Friday night finishing. When I did late nights at Sainsbury's, working till 10 o'clock Friday and Saturday, killed your life, because they're the 2 nights a week you're either going to go out to the boozer or you can have mates around and have a drink in the house. And no, 5 years of that, I'd had enough. Time to get out of that trade. Although I did like Sainsbury's, apart from bosses, too many little tossers as bosses. Young fuckers who think they know more than you. Lazy bastards that walk around telling you what to do while they're doing no. But I suppose that's the same in a lot of jobs, isn't it? You get a lot of these that are better thought of than you. You're working hard, they get better thought of. And it does seem to be the thing. So yeah, hazy lemony pour. It is citrus flavoured. Hazy lemon pour, massive head. There's a thing with big heads from the Handspach and Obday and this brewery. Duration, if that's the brewery's name. Yeah, you brewed by Duration on the back. Norfolk Brewery. I missed that last comment. These comments seem to just flicker on, flicker off before you get a chance to notice them. Here we go. Put it back on live. It's a 16 by 10 foot shed that was I bought it originally about 10 years ago or so, 11 years ago. I bought it for a gym, to use as a gym. Got all the stuff in here. I wasn't interested in using it as a gym, but the wife was, and she used it for a bit, and then it got left. Yeah, massive head. And then I thought, right, that's it. I moved it over to the bottom of the garden, and then I thought, I'm going to convert it. And about 4 years ago, we put insulation up, plasterboard up, put in wiring in. I've got an electrician mate who put sockets in and all sorts. And yeah, so it's warm in here at the moment with the fire on, but it's not, the insulation is not great. I could have used Celotex or whatever it's called, Kingspan, but that stuff shrinks the shed in at all angles. But it would probably have been more firm, more thermally efficient. But yeah, just a converted shed. But it makes for a great beer room, And you've got to have your man cave, haven't you? I mean, at this time of the year, I've always done the reviews up the house, but in the kitchen does not look as nice as that backdrop behind me. I mean, it's a great games room as well. I've got all old game consoles. I've got video DVD players. I've got 2 TVs, and a 3-seater settee, and a DVD wall. Enough beer and wine and spirits to last me for a long time. In fact, when I die, this will probably be the place where I'll be. It's if you've got the chance to want the bottom of your garden, it's a great place, I think. This could be a little micro pub of its own because it's big enough, And then in the autumn, I built the hot tub room, so I built an interconnecting decking area between this. And I had the hot tub gazebo, which got blown down, absolute waste of money buying. And then I actually built the hot tub room. So now I've got a walkway in between. Oh yeah, Brunger's wine. Yeah, it's legendary, that stuff is. Yeah, I've not been going down that road again. Once was enough. Still got 5 bottles of it. It's lovely. Oh shit, it's pissing down the back of the glass. Yeah, it's a lovely head on it. I'm already wet. I don't need wetting by beer. Although it's not a bad way to go. For me, a good session strength, let's be fair, 5% is session strength. Good session strength, citrusy beer, really, with an outstanding head on it. I mean, that's just a wallop of a head. Hazy, obviously. Oh, I missed them. Put the bloody chat back on. There we go. My calendar off price. I purpose built the hot tub shed. That's better. Yeah, I put an 8 foot by just over 8 foot by 8 foot base down, and I built off the base, and it looked fucking shit as I was building it. But now it looks amazing. But I've just got to reclad the inside with pallet to make it rustic on the inside, and to hide all the bodge jobs that I've done. No, fuck that. Fuck building other people's sheds. Bad enough on my own. I just wish Badger had been Golden Glory back. And some of their others, they've had some other good, nice one-off beers that seem to have lost. Too many breweries get rid of decent. They'll brew a beer, it'll show up, and then you don't see it again. Castle Rock Brewery brewed Kiss Me Kate for when William and Kate got married. Fantastic beer, and then not brought it back. And personally, I think they ought to bring it back, even under a different bloody name. Right, now it's been in the glass a while, not as bitey. The citrus is more subtle. Obviously, being hazy or unfiltered, as they call it these days, don't they? It's got good flavour to it. Cherry and red grape juices were from Sainsbury's. That red grape juice is amazing for juice wine. Yeah, I don't mind a hot mulled wine. I could have done with one today at Alton Towers, but then again, I had to do the driving back. Yes, well, Wells don't do the banana bread anymore. Eagle Brewery do it. What you've got to understand is Marston's own Eagle Brewery. They used to own Wells, but I think Wells went separate. So now Eagle Brewery are brewing banana bread, bombardier, sticky toffee pudding ale, and there's another one as well that I can't remember the bloody name of. Whether it was the right move, because bombardier was a legend in its own. Thunderbird. Wow, I've not had that for a long time. Last time I had that, I was 18 years old at an house round the corner from my house, and had these two girls coming on to me. Yeah. And I won't go any further down that road, but yeah, I got pissed to fuck on that stuff. Absolutely evil stuff. Thunderbird. Now you're all going back. It'd be interesting to do juice wine you can't see anywhere else. Yeah, Eagle Brewery. Eagle Brewery brew sticky toffee pudding ale now. It's the same stuff. It's the same recipe, same beer. It's not brewed by Wells anymore, who were, as far as I know, part of Marston's, and they've gone their own separate ways. And now Eagle Brewery are doing it. So, who are part of Marston's, as are Witchwood, McEwan's, Jennings, Cumberland, and all them. I think cherry juice wine is the best juice wine you can make. I made one the other year. It was 4 litres of cherry juice, 4 bags of sugar, yeast. And I tell you what, I took it to a party, and these are people who all drink their wine. You know, they're not wine snobs, but they like their wine. And I poured it out, and I said, try this. And they drank it. That's a fantastic rosé. And obviously with a hint of cherry in it. And they loved it. So for me, cherry juice wine has been the best brew that I've ever made from juice wine rather. Oh, that one behind me, just there. Yeah, that might have to be a Saturday night. The 10% was gorgeous the other week. I was walloped after that. I drank that, and you know when you drink something and you know you're suffering. You walk up the house and you're trying to walk in, and what I tend to do is when I know I've had too much, walk into the kitchen and start making out and doing the cooking in the kitchen. It just gives me time to recover enough to talk to the wife again. But yeah, I'm hoping to do that probably next Saturday, as probably a beer chat, and trying, because I've only got one garden on next Saturday, so I can get everything done and dusted out of the way early, get these 2 advent calendars out of the way early, and then I can do like a beer chat and do the raw, because that's 2 pints of beer on its own. Well, 2 500s. I mean, it's 5.6% itself, so it's still a good strength. Hey, oh, I've still got some of this. Oh, we've breached the 20 minutes. This ain't showing up till tomorrow. Oh, well, never mind, eh? You can't win them all. If I don't do lives, I can get them both in on early in the night, as long as I don't start going off on too many tangents. But it's YouTube. They've got this funny thing where once it goes over about 19 to 20 minutes, it takes hours to process. Where if you do it before 19 minutes, it'll process within about half an hour or so. It's that strange how they work it out. Yeah, if I did a 2-hour review now, it would process in the exact same time as a 20-minute review. Strange. Yeah. I do tend to go off on one. Depends what happens that day. I mean, I've got to be fair. I went to Alton Towers today, and you know, they're tier 3, so they can't open their inside attractions. Yeah. Hey, I was in the car the other day, and I've done a sneaky beer review. And then the wife says, "Oh, we've got to go and deliver a cake," and I'm thinking, "Oh shit!" And it wasn't a strong beer. And she's driving. I'm driving down the road, and she says, "You doing a beer review?" Says, no. And I'm like that all the way home, holding my fucking breath, trying to mask miss, you know, just to make sure she can't smell my breath. Yes, back to work tomorrow. Yeah, 4 days at work, and then 17 days off. No, 15 days off, thankfully. No. She'll have a moan at me. If I'm ever too drunk, she'll have a moan. But it's gone within a few hours. And you know, we all make mistakes, don't we? Sometimes we all drink too much, and that, or she'll do something that winds me up, and I'll give her a bollocking. And in some ways, we are, you know, pretty much a perfect couple in that respect, because she's doing it for the, if she's having a go at me, it's for the right reasons. Although if it's for the wrong reasons, she knows I'll just ignore her anyway, so there's no point. And I do find today that I have this filter that fucking just, if someone says something that I don't like, I just fucking ignore it, and it's just gone. It's like, did you hear what I said? I says, wow, what did you say? And I've just totally fucking blanked it. It's gone. I should have done that in the last year when I was at work. And yet some things stay on your mind, and you can't get them out, especially if you do something wrong and you've been caught out doing it wrong. Oh, I don't give that yes to rubbish. It's been an interesting year, you know, because in the funniest of ways, if it wasn't for the internet and oh fucking hell, if you think I can be a bit righteous at times, she would put the world to rights 10 times more than me, and she would have a lot to say on all the issues of this year. Let's be fair, this has been a very, if you're going to pick fault with the world, this year is the year of picking fault. There's so much wrong with the world this year, and certain people you know, and aspects of life this year that have been brought up, and people think they're being mistreated. And I always find it funny that, and colour never comes into it with me, I always find it funny when people on £500,000 a week are moaning that they're being mistreated. Try living on fucking £100 a week, you know. I miss that bloody chat thing again. 25 minutes, Jesus. Yeah, you know, funny this year, even next year, we're looking at just English holidays or British holidays. Anything with any preservatives in, you have to boil, don't you? That's what you've got to be careful of. There are instructions on the internet if you see certain types of preservatives, because they kill the yeast and you have to boil it. If you do cordials, say you do a juice one and you add cordials, in the cordials, there's something in the cordials that kills yeast. So you have to boil the cordial, then add it to the brew, and then the yeast doesn't get killed by it. I only know that because I read it. Because I'd like to do a cherry juice wine, but with cherry cordial in it as well, just to have a bit more cherry. But obviously, then you've got to boil the cherry cordial to add to it. Yeah, I think we're just going to do British holidays this year. I think it's going to be theme park holidays, near a theme park. And, you know, I mean, I can't stand caravans, but I'd rather be in a caravan than somewhere where you're worried about not being able to get home. No, never boil with preservatives. It just kill your yeast. So, better end this review. Oh, I will get the bollocking. And I've got to be honest, I've drank a 6% and a 5%, and I certainly can feel it. Although, to be fair, after a long day on a cold, wet day, I mean, we was going to piss it off at 3 o'clock at one stage. But then we was looking down at the gardens. We thought, well, we'll see the garden lights at Alton Towers. And you want to lad until 4 o'clock. Not really, but I am partial to a sherry trifle. Oh, I did a sherry trifle with, obviously, alcoholic sherry one year, and it was amazing. Looking at, I'm eating the sherry trifle, and I'm getting drunk eating it. Although I did ramp up the sherry, you know, as any home brewer would do. You think, well, how much am I supposed to put in? Put a bit in. So I'm pouring the bottle in, I am, and mixing it all up. No, probably not tonight, no. Unless the wife falls asleep early and I do a late one. But I've got work tomorrow, so I do have to be careful. Out of 5, I rated this. Another one with a stonking head on it. For the biggest head in a beer award, this is now the number 1, followed by Hans Spacken Update at number 2. 5%, good citrus and hop nose, citrus taste, subtle in the end, and overall a nice beer, good strength, with a quirky can, you know, art form, and a story on the back that I can't read because the writing's too small. And I know it's bad lighting here that causes it, or it's old age. I'm not sure yet. If you look at the grey hair, you think it was old age, but I'm only 49. Looking at, I've had a hard life. It's funny because when I was in my 20s, I looked a hell of a lot younger. I looked younger than my age, and now I'm in my 40s. God knows what's gone off. Yes, I'm looking forward to next Thursday. This Thursday, 3 o'clock. Walking out the. I'm hoping for, you know, beyond hope for some sort of Christmas bonus. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Hey, yeah. The likelihood is no, but I've got a job, and that's all that really matters, I suppose, in these times. You know, to have a job, and a good job as well. Out of 5, ooh, about a 4.3 out of 5. Yeah, it was a nice enough beer, and a nice one from the Low Cost Calendar, and another long review. Jesus Christ, I can rattle. Thanks for watching, and thank you for commenting and that, and see you soon. Cheers.